Just to his left, the promoter Tommy Gilmore. Time to get the action underway here tonight. It's a tremendous card here for you. Commentary will come from Glenn McCrory and Ian Dark, and our Master of Ceremonies is John MacDonald.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening and welcome along to the York Hall, Bethnal Green in London's East End for tonight's World Championship Boxing, proudly presented by Ringside Boxing Promotions and sponsored here by MatchroomSport.com. A very warm welcome to our viewers joining us live and exclusive here on Sky Sports. You've joined us for the very best ringside seat in the business. All the officials have been appointed by the British Boxing Border Control here present with us at ringside. Matchmaker Mr. Graham Lockwood. Steward in charge Dr. Ozzie Ross. Area representative is Mr. Phil Lundgren. Chief Inspector Mick Collier has appointed Inspectors Harold Adams and Constantine Cortius. Our three doctors, Dr. Fletcher, Dr. Mohammed and Dr. Hutchins. And sports fans and Sky fans, this is 10 rounds of boxing. It's a British title eliminator in the welterweight division. Introducing to you, he's fighting out of the red corner. He's wearing the carrot and blue trunks. He weighed in at 10 stone, 6 pounds and 2 ounces. He has a record of 10 contests, 9 wins, 4 inside the scheduled distance and 1 defeat. He comes from Newmarket. Please welcome John Boy Humphrey. And across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. Wearing the blue trunks, trimmed with red and weighing in at 10 stone, 7 pounds. He brings the 17 fight record, 16 wins, 7 inside the scheduled distance, 1 draw. He comes from Roberttown, Yorkshire. Please welcome James Hare. Timekeeper at the bell from Harrow is Peter McCann, and referee in charge of the action from London, star referee Mark Green. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 10 rounds of boxing, a welterweight division and a British title eliminator.
Okay, gentlemen, I tell you, a break, I expect a quick, clean break. When you're in the ring, protect yourselves at all times and respect each other at all times. Shake hands, gentlemen, good luck.
Good evening, everybody. Could be an interesting fight, this. An eliminator for the British welterweight title, currently held by Harry Darmy of Gravesend. There's also a Commonwealth crown held by Jawade Khalik of Nottingham. And the winner of this fight could find themselves in line for a fight with one of those two. Very, very tall John Humphrey, the gypsy build out of Newcastle, Newmarket I should say, and the blue of James Hare from Roberttown in Yorkshire, unbeaten so far. Huge height and reach advantages here for Humphrey. But he's only 20, this might be a bit early for him, let's see.
It could be, it's certainly a good test for both these fights. It's a good fight. Here, he's got a lot to overcome in that height and reach. And Humphrey can be quite dangerous.
They almost look like fighters from a different weight division, don't they? Hare with a good left hand there. Started off as a 19-year-old with the Brendan Ingle team in Sheffield. He's now trained by Chris Aston in Huddersfield at the age of 24. Just 1 draw on his record, otherwise all wins for Hare. The draw was with Mark Winters, former British champion.
Well, he's got good ability here and pretty fast hands, but he's got to get in and out, show a lot of variety here in this fight.
Humphrey is pretty heavy-handed at times, and maybe the harder hitter of these two. That was a pretty jolting looking shot there. Hare with the greater experience. But the Humphrey camp are very confident. Fights out of the Peacock Gym, the flourishing setup in East London. Quite fast hands as well, Humphrey.
Well, Humphrey's committing himself behind the jab, looking for the left hook. I think that is the punch that he favours.
It's a sort of crossroads fight, this one, for both of these two. And they can often be quite intriguing. Remember the red stripe down the side of the claret and blue shorts of Humphrey. Good right hand on the counter from Hare.
Too quick for him.
He's just looking for the counters here, being very careful, just trying to let Humphrey commit himself and then catch the good counter punch.
A couple of decent body shots though from Humphrey. Bit of a cut around Humphrey's left eye, developing as the first round comes to its end.
Same again, other round, draw them leads, drop that right hand over the top, pull the left hooks up, everything's working. Got clipped a couple of times. Oh man, we expected that, they didn't. You know when you kick this up gears, you can take this kid out. I know that. Just one gear at a time.
Welcome back to the London Borough of Tower Hamlets, York Hall to be exact. James Hare's corner. How did you think he did in that first round, Glenn?
I think he did all right. He just, he counter-punched nicely. He had a good look at Humphrey, but he picked out the better of the shots that were thrown were from James Hare.
Round two. It's due to go 10 this. It's a big fight for both of these two. Their biggest yet. Hare on the right of the picture as you look at them with the dark blue shorts. Been a pro since 1996 and won 3 out of 3 this year after an inactive period following a hernia operation.
The problem for Humphrey could be that cut. That doesn't look good, and it's in a bad place.
Yeah, I think it's on the eyelid. Cut by the left eye for John Humphrey, who's only been a pro for a couple of years. This is only his 11th fight. Hare all the time looking for the right hand counter. Good body shot from Humphrey. Hare's matured quite nicely in recent times. He's improved, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. He's sitting down on his punches more experience. Just dropping his hands a bit too much in this round.
For a big fella, Humphrey not using the jab much. Tried it then. Hare looks like he could do with a lift out there, doesn't he, to help him up to land the punches.
Well, he's managing to get to Humphrey, even though there's a large reach disadvantage. He's still getting through with better shots here.
Covering up quite well too. Decent tactics from Hare, just looking to raid here and there and get away again, and every time Humphrey does come forward to try and frustrate him. Now that cut is looking worse. He's dabbing away at the blood now by the left eye. This is becoming a real problem for Humphrey, and we're only in round 2. Great shame for him that this should happen so early in the contest on what is a big night for him.
Yes, he didn't really need to be handicapped like that, because that eye does look bad.
And they're going to go back to the corner now and wipe away the blood, and then Mark Green, the referee, will have a closer look. He's happy for the moment. How much longer he remains happy is another matter. Hare, who can switch hit, he's showing that.
Yes, I think that ability, that experience is just showing to be the difference.
Can't get his punches off at the moment, Humphrey. And that's Hare's round. And they've got a problem with that cut left eye. Humphrey's own father, John Senior, is in the corner along with Martin and Jackie Bowers, the Peacock team. Can they stem the flow of that blood? That's important.
Well, it did look very bad, and you know, they just got to stop the bleeding. That's the thing now. They put pressure, 1,000 adrenaline, and then all they can do really is pressure, and that will try and seal the cut.
Yeah, just to explain that, it is a solution. It has to be a solution. 1 in 1,000 part of adrenaline within it. That's a board regulation. Here's the third round. The claret and blue West Ham sort of colours of John Humphrey, officially from Newmarket but travels around a bit. Officially lists his occupation as that of a gardener. It's a good right hand again by Hare. He's a huge fella really, isn't he, for a welterweight?
Yes, he is. He's got to start doubling up on his jab, though. He's throwing single jabs, and Hare's countering him over the top with the right hand. So he's got to try double up on that punch.
Nicely done with the right hand from Hare, who's obviously growing in confidence a bit. Just starting to move through the gears a little there, you sensed.
Yes, that was a nice classy combination from Hare.
Hare, who would be ranked somewhere around about number 7 in Britain. It's not the strongest division, to be honest with you, the welterweights. There are no Lloyd Hunnigans or John H. Straces or Colin Jones or Kirkland Langs around just at the moment. But there are chances for Hare. He could engineer a shot at the British or Commonwealth crown. Again, another sharp little right hand, and at the moment Humphrey just looking as if he doesn't quite know enough.
That's right, he doesn't know where the punches are coming from, and also I think that eye is giving him problems. Being this young, this inexperienced, you know, you get some damage like that and you start to panic.
But he has come through the odd little moment of crisis. He got off the floor to beat Kevin McIntyre a couple of fights back. It was only a brief knockdown. He claims it was just a slip, but it officially was one. He also suffered a defeat in the first round against the light middleweight Matthew Barr, which looks bad, frankly, on his record, and just raises a bit of a question about his punch resistance. Still can't quite nail Hare against those ropes and unload.
Yes, but Hare come out well there with some nice quick counters. He's got fast hands here.
And again, come on.
And style-wise, this isn't the easiest fight for him, is it?
It's not. It's very difficult against somebody that tall, but he is handling it very well here.
Yeah, it's a good strategy. It's working at the moment. He's got a bit of a dig, though, this Humphrey. Just might find a shot that turns things around a little. There's always that possibility. That's another round for Hare, we reckon, anyway. Still having to work on that cut for John Humphrey. Don't forget, our top of the bill is Steve Roberts against William Hare, the pretty useful South African. And Roberts, who is probably the most improved fighter in Britain, one of our many good light middleweights at the moment. That comes up. This is the undercard fight before that. And significant fight in its own right for these two, who are both trying to engineer a British title chance at welterweight. James Hare having the better of it at the moment with his back to you, the one in the dark blue trunks from Roberttown, Yorkshire,